Hi, I'm Abby Anderson, and my two topics are visual scaffolding and attribute charting, and that's number 4 and number 39. First, we're going to talk about visual scaffolding and why it's so important to use. This strategy ensures involvement in each lesson with each student. It's a really popular method of scaffolding because teachers can use pictures, videos, all sorts of different things to involve English language learners in the lesson. So maybe if they don't know what a hippopotamus is, they can show them a picture and they can recognize that in their own language and connect that to the hippopotamus vocabulary word that's listed underneath it. And so you can use this by adding context to language with props, gestures, pictures, anything really that contributes to language acquisition. And so a lot of teachers, one of the really good methods for students to organize things in the classroom is to label each object with the English translation and then their native language. For example, Spanish, you would do door, and then you would do right next to it you would say la puerta, and so that way they would know, okay, this is what it looks like in English, this is what it looks like in my native language, that's door because it's right next to it. And so that's just a way they can organize their thoughts. Another thing, they can scaffold teaching with using visual scaffolding, because so instead of having vocabulary words written in their second language, they can have a picture. And so if they were learning how to spell amphibian, they could have a picture of an amphibian, and then they could write amphibian instead of just doing the spelling word like that. And so that helps them scaffold, because regular spellers would be able to do that, but English language learners might not know what an amphibian is, so they might not be able to relate that back to the topic. It's really important for your low-level English language learners, because everything just needs to be labeled. They don't know anything, and so they use that association in order to develop their language acquisition skills. And so, yeah, teachers can use all sorts of things. You want to go beyond basic photographs and use things like books, homemade videos, commercials. Maybe when you're talking about family dynamics, have them bring in a picture of their family and use that for their association with aunt, uncle, all those sorts of things. Tell them to bring in a picture of their tia or tio or hermana or whatever, so that they can feel connected to the lesson and apply it with their own understanding of their visuals. My other topic is attribute charting, and what it is a visual organizer, which is helpful. Any visual organizer is helpful in teaching English language learners. And for example, something you can do is for different types of dinosaurs, you can have them do something they know about. So T-Rexes, they have little arms, big bodies, and you put it out in a chart so you can compare a T-Rex to a, what's another dinosaur? A velociraptor. Is that a dinosaur? I think so. A velociraptor, and they're flying, whereas a T-Rex is walking. So you put those in a chart right next to each other so they can associate the two different animals with their two different attributes. And so why should we use them? We should use them to demonstrate student understanding. It encourages research and inquiry. It encourages verbal interaction, so you could do it in a small group and have the kids talk about all the different vocabulary words they could use to describe something in their attribute charting. And it encourages the sharing of schema, and so one kid might not know what a T-Rex looks like, and so you could have that kid list what he knows, and then have another kid tell him the facts that he already knows about it, so that they're sharing that schema and they can learn from each other. It helps ESL students learn subject matter, and so just having those attributes listed, basic vocabulary words next to a word they might not know about. So T-Rex, you can say short, carnivore, all those different things, so that they know those words and can compare that to the main word. How to apply them, there's 4 basic steps. So you choose a concept to chart, and you make sure it's aligned with their TEKS, so that you're not doing something that's too hard for them. Make sure it's appropriate. Enter into a full class discussion about that topic, and so that's where that group sharing schema comes in, so they can compare and contrast different things they know about them. And then you're going to create your chart, and so you can use our other strategy, visual scaffolding, with attribute charting, so that if they don't know that vocabulary, you can add in a picture. And then you can add technology, and so that's the final step. If it's applicable for your grade level, you can add this into technology and have them do a smartboard lesson where they drag and click into different things like that. So those are my 2 strategies for teaching English language learners, and I hope that helped y'all. Thank you.